Now that we have broken down those cast members that are doing that running flap line build for the 32 counts, I'm going to talk through what is happening in front of that line. There's actually a little exchange that's going to happen with Reno, Moonface, and Billy. That will be done in front of the line, separate from the line build, but it happens at the same time that these running flaps are going on. So it's kind of like the running flaps are a little bit of like a backdrop for this little exchange that's going to happen up here. Reno's going to stand in the middle of the two guys. I believe that Billy is on her left with Moonface on her right. You have 16 counts to come from wherever you are on the stage. Reno has just finished doing these two flap steps to the right, so she's just going to travel straight down stage, and the gentlemen are going to come up to meet her. I believe that Billy is coming from stage left, and Moonface will be coming from stage right, so that would work out in terms of the sides that everybody needs to end on. Billy, Moonface, and then Reno in the middle. You have 16 counts to kind of come together and have a little exchange about, just kind of like, you're really good at this scheming thing, just a little quick thing that's going to happen between the two of you that won't be directed really at the cast, it'll be directed out here to the audience. At the end of that 16 counts, Reno is going to end crisscrossed with both arms crossed in front of her chest, holding onto Billy's hand here, and then holding onto Moonface's hand right here. This is very similar to the handshake that we rehearsed in Friendship the other night, except instead of Billy being in the middle of that handshake this time, it's going to be Reno. So at the end of those 16 counts, the three of you are going to end holding on to each other's hands this way. We do 4 flaps moving backwards. The backwards flap is exactly the same as the forwards flap with a brush step. Instead, this time of our brush moving forward, we're going to be brushing backwards. So I'll do a quick demonstration as to how the backwards flap goes. Starting with the right foot, all 3 of you will start with the right foot. That's especially important because you're all connected. You're going to pick up the right foot first and then brush it back. And then step down. Picking up the left foot, brush, and then step down. Again, right, brush, step, brush, step. Right foot again, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step. One more. When you move that brush step a little bit faster, it takes on that familiar sound of the flap, flap. Brush step, brush step. So let's do 8 brush steps or flaps backwards a little bit quicker. 5, 6, right foot ready. 5, 6, and we go. Flap. I'm actually going to turn sideways for a moment just so you can see how the foot has to pick up and almost extend front before you do that backwards brush. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing one more time. 8 flaps, brushing backwards. Right foot is ready. Heels, as always, are going to stay lifted here. 8 times, just for practice. 5, 6, and we go. Okay? We just did more than we need to for practice purposes. In your combination here, you only need to do 4. So remembering again, Reno's in the middle, arms are both crossed. And gentlemen, you are holding on to her on either side. Billy is on this side, Moonface is on this side. We only need to do 4 backwards flaps at a half-time tempo. Right foot's going to lead, backwards for 4. I'll count you off. 5, 6, 7, here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now, because you are going to be traveling these flaps backwards, and remembering you're in front of that cast with the 32 count running flaps, make sure your steps are really small. Baby step backwards. Otherwise, you're going to have a collision of the dancers, and that's not going to look too hot. So we finish our 4 halftime flaps, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You have 6 to then double time, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. And then you're going to handshake, still staying connected. Again, very similar to what we did in friendship. Up, down, for counts 7, 8. Okay? So those quick flaps are going to just continue. Brush step, brush step, brush step, like we practiced. Just a little bit faster, 6 times, ending with your handshake up and then down on 8. Here we go. From the quick flaps for 6. 5, 6, here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Up, down. Okie dokie, let's do all 4 now. So we're going from after our first count of 16, where we came front, we came together, Reno's in the middle, and we've now ended connected. Starting with 4 slow flaps with the right foot. 5, 6, 7, here we go. Up, down. Okay? So let's go one more time just for practice purposes. From the first count of 16, we end connected on 16, facing the audience. Right foot is ready to go into that first backwards flap. Remember the first 4 slow. We double time for 6, ending with a really quick handshake, up 7, down 8. Here we go, from our 16 to meet up. Ready, move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here we go. And 1,